everybody, what's happening? It's your man, Homesick Buckeye, Russ Mitchell here. I'm back with you again with another video. Hopefully to inspire you, uplift you, make your day, brighten your day up a little bit. You know how we do. We're moving, grooving, steadily improving each and every day, trying to be a little bit better version of ourselves. Are you having a good day, a good week? I certainly hope so. All right, we're going to come on today and talk a little bit about cooking and eating, okay? You saw in one of my previous videos, I'm a man of the people. The people want it, I give it to them. This channel is for you, all right? Not for me, it's for you. So you request something, I'm going to do my best to deliver it for you. So today, I'm going to give you all a tour of my dirty kitchen, and I'm going to make some lamb. And I'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, I'm going to turn this thing around and give you a little tour of the kitchen and talk a little bit. So hang on there, and I'm going to turn this camera around and get rolling. All right, this is my dirty kitchen. So we're going to give the dollar tour here so you can see how Big Daddy's rolling. Okay, I don't want to hear any comments about my dirty kitchen. All right, this is my table with my beverages and stuff here. All right, I got my sparkling waters. Got a little bit of diet soda. Got my almond milk and coconut milk and my diet teas. I love my diet teas and my diet sodas there. You can see I got my waters. I know the sweeteners, I'm working on getting rid of that, but at least for now, it's still with me. Okay, we got the stove, microwave, air fryer over here. And we'll swing around over here. Got my my Bickman shakes. I got my dishes that I individually put my meals in here, and I'll show you that in a little bit when we're done. People ask me about supplements. I'm going to make a video about that someday, probably maybe in a couple weeks. But those are my shakes that I drink sometime. Dr. Bickman is behind those. And my coffee. This is my snazzy, wonderful coffee maker, which I love. It makes hot and cold coffee and tea. I love it. It's wonderful. And then, this is my nieces and nephews. This is an ice shaver, the back of an ice shaver. It makes snow cones. My nieces and nephews love that. I don't do that, family. Not anymore. Haven't had a snow cone in ages. This is my electric skillet that I fry all of my bacon and eggs in. Very important. I use it about every other day. Oh, Lord. This is a stand mixer that I bought a month ago. And I blame ketogenic woman Anita for this, because I was watching her at 2 o'clock in the morning and ordered that because she inspired me. She's so awesome. I love ketogenic woman. Anita, if you're out there, I'd love to have you on my channel. I even wrote a song for you. I'll sing it for you if you come on. This is my beautiful crock pot that I love with the temperature probe. I cannot cook, people. I'm terrible. But this slow cooker, I can put my meat in there and put it on a temperature, and it'll cook it till it gets to that temperature, and it's wonderful. I love it. Helps me get things done in an orderly way. And so that's the gist of the kitchen there. I have my seasonings and things here that I use regularly. All right, I don't want to hear any goofy comments about that, but butter, we love that. This is an Italian seasoning that I use that I love. It's got zero everything. Parmesan cheese, a few things there. You can see the ingredients. Love it, love it. I put it on my ground beef with a little bit of tomato sauce and that. This is a seasoning that I bought because, I'll start with this one. I love this seasoning, but I didn't know. I found out a few weeks ago, just goofing around looking. What do you see there in the ingredients? Yeah, sugar. Why you need sugar and seasoned salt, I have no idea. But, so you can see I don't have much of this left, just a little. But so I won't be buying any more of that because I don't want the sugar, even though it has 0 carbs, but I don't know. That's why I put sugar in that. So I've been experimenting with some other seasonings, and I got this seasoning, and I do like it. It's just, it's got a few things in here. It's, of course, 0 carb, pink Himalayan salt, garlic, onion, sea salt, black pepper. I know a lot of carnivores don't like that, but I'm not there yet. don't send me any messages. Lemon peel, parsley, garlic oil. I like the taste of it, but you can see it's very coarse. And so when you're eating it and stuff, you can like, I don't know, just like it's just you're eating it. It's taste. It's not just flavoring. It's like part of the food. This is kind of coarse too, but I eat it with my ground beef. I don't taste it, so maybe I'll just put this in ground beef. But like, I use this with my scrambled eggs and a lot of other things. So I'm gonna find a substitute for that somewhere. And then I have my coarse salt here that I use for all of my steaks and my lamb and all that stuff. And I'll show you what I do with that in a little bit. And then I have, this is just olive oil here, and I'm running low on olive oil. Black pepper. This is about halfway done. When I'm done, I think I might use white pepper after this. I got about half a container left. You know, I've been using less of it, but I don't know. I'm not a militant about the pepper like some people. Shout out to Dr. Chafee. This is kind of a bad, no, this is my non-stick spray. I use it, but it does have seed oil. See, it's got canola oil in it. So I just spray it in the bottom of pans just to keep stuff from sticking. So it's got coconut oil and some other oils in it. So I do use not a ton of it. So I don't know if it's super objectionable. I don't put it like directly on food or anything. But this is my, I use this. This is avocado oil. And this is what I use more so, avocado and olive oil, when I'm using oil to put like on things, on food directly. So that's it for this. That's really all the spices. Really, it's 90% of the spices I use. I have a couple other things I use, but not too much. So these are my spices that I use on a daily basis, and our beloved butter. And here we have our leg of lamb that I'm going to make today and show you. A lot of people sleep on lamb, and that's why I'm making this video, because I've talked to people. I talked to Adam Lacey over Carnivore Today. It's my buddy. You can check his channel out. Intentional Carnivore as well. Shaun White, you can check his channel out. Neither one of them have ever had lamb. And so thought I'd make this video for them and for other people, because I love lamb. I eat a lot of it. And first I'm going to show you the cost, because that's a big part of it. Now here I got both of these from Costco. Here I have, as you can see, some ribeyes. I could pull them out of the freezer so you can't see them the best, but they are marbled pretty well. And of course they're delicious. But you can see $13.49 a pound, 5.5 pounds, and $13.50 a pound is a great price around here in Jacksonville, Florida, where I'm at, for ribeyes, especially, you know, boneless and all that. So the price is okay, but 5.5 pounds versus my leg of lamb, which you can see is $5.50 a pound and 6.5 pounds. And it's less than half the price. So, as you can see, you get 5.5 pounds of meat for $73, or I could have bought 2 of these for less and had 13 pounds of meat. So that's why I eat a lot of lamb. I love the beef, of course, but I love lamb too, and it's much more cost effective. So, you know, if you're on a budget, which would you rather have for $70? 13 pounds of meat or 5.5 pounds of meat? So there you go. All right, so I'm gonna shut this off. I'm gonna put this back in the freezer, and I'm gonna open this up, and I'll show you how I do my cook my leg of lamb. So I will be back in a minute. Okay, we're back here, family, and we're just gonna take a quick video of this. As you can see, I've taken the wrapper off, and this is what it looks like when you get it out of the wrapper. It's got this netting or whatever to hold it together. But I'm going to cut this netting off and open it up and kind of butterfly it out. And I will show you how I do this. Now look, I'm telling you now, family, I am not a cook. Don't hit me up with no messages about, oh, I'm not doing it right and you shouldn't do this, you shouldn't do that. Okay? If you want a cooking show, go see Anita at Ketogenic Woman. I'm not a cook. I don't pretend to be one. All right? I'm showing you how I do it. I just keep myself alive. That's all I do. I can't make anything but reservations, but I'm going to show you this because you asked me to. And I'm a man of the people. So I'm going to turn this off here, open this up, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, family, this is what it looks like when you take the net off and open it up. All right, and I'm going to now cut it into some sections because I'm not going to make all of this. I'm just going to make part of it, and then I'm going to freeze the rest of it because it's too much meat for me to eat in a couple of days, really. I don't like to go out more than a couple of days. So anyway, this is what it looks like when the net is cut off and it's kind of butterfly laid out. So I will be back in a minute when I have it sectioned out. Okay, family, here we are. As you can see, I have cut up this leg of lamb into 4 pieces. 4 nice pieces. And if you didn't know better, you would think it was beef. I mean, it looks just like beef. It's a ruminant red meat. And I prepare it just the same way I prepare my steaks. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to air fry this one. And I'm going to put these 2 in the crock pot and slow cook those. And this one I'm going to put in the freezer because this here is about enough meat to last me, I'd say, 3 days. Probably something close to that. And I'm going to the Ketogenic Summit in Orlando on Thursday. So, I won't be here all week. So this will be about enough to last me until then, I would say. And then this one I'm going to put in the freezer. And I'm going to salt my meat down. I'm going to show you how I do that with the Morton's seasoned salt. And I let them sit. So I'm going to stop the video here. And I'm going to put this in the freezer, and I'm going to salt these down, and I will pick up a little bit later and show you the next segment of the video. All right, folks, we are back, and as you can see, we have our meat here. It has been salted. You take the kosher salt, the coarse salt. Okay, do not do this with regular salt. It has to be coarse salt. Whatever brand you like. It doesn't have to be Morton's. I know people use Redmond's and other brands of salt. But I've salted this. And as you can see, I salted the sides. Shout out to my man, Carnivore Kip. Smoke Daddy. He'd be smoking this thing probably if it was him. But he always tells you to season the side of the meat. So we seasoned it as best we could here on the sides, you can see. Right? Get some on there. This is the one I'm going to air fry here. These other two are going into the crock pot. But we leave them here for probably about an hour and a half or so with the salt on them. Now this one here, I'll try to lift it up a little bit. It's got a lot of fat on the back. You can see there, see how fatty that is back there? I didn't salt that side. The salt soaks into the fibers differently than the fat. I try to keep the salt just on the red parts because it'll make the fatty parts a little too salty if you get too much on there. A little bit's not a problem, but if you hit it hard with the salt like we did the red part of the meat, it makes the fat really salty. So if you like salty, yeah, do that. But otherwise, sparing amounts of salt on the fat, just hit the red parts of the meat the hardest with the salt. So I'm going to sit these here for, like I said, for about an hour and a half or so. Then I'm going to come back and we'll pick up the video on the other side. Okay, we are back, and you can see these here, they've been about an hour and a half salted. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to rinse off the salt, and I'm going to prepare them for their next phase of their journey to my belly. So what I'm going to do with this one is going in the air fryer. I'm going to rinse the salt off, pat it down dry. I'm going to coat it with olive oil and some black pepper. And then these, I'm just going to rinse them off and not do anything else to them and throw them right into the slow cooker. So that is the next phase. I'm not going to show you that because, it's not really much to see. Rinsing off meat and putting it in a slow cooker. And like I said, I'm just going to rinse this off. I'm going to coat it with some olive oil and some black pepper. And then I'm going to put it in the air fryer. So the next time you see both of these, they will be ready to slice and eat. Okay, I lied to you, family. Forgive me. I thought I'd make one more quick video here and just say a couple of things before I start cooking these. As you can see, this one is all peppered up. I've coated it with some olive oil and peppered it pretty good. Just on the one side. The back side is a lot of fat, so I just peppered it on the one side, and I'm going to put that in the air fryer for about 20-25 minutes. What I do is I put it in on the red side down in a pan, not in a basket. And I think I'll show that too when I finish with this. But I think I'll do that. I'll make another little video and show you. But I'll go around here to the other side and show you this. All right, I rinsed them off. As you can see, and they're in the crock pot. I have used a liner because it helps with cleanup. So I don't have to wash this thing every time I cook it. But there's nothing else in there. There's no seasoning, there's no broth, there's no water, anything like that. Just two beautiful pieces of lamb. And I'm going to put the cover on and put the probe in. And I'm going to set the temperature to 155. You can put it for whatever you like, however you like your meat. It's cooking on low. You can also, just one other quick thing, season this however you like. But don't put any more salt. Same way with this one over here. You know, if you have rubs or things that you like to use or other seasonings you want, feel free. I don't, but if you like to do that, fine. But do not put any more salt unless you really like salt, because it's already been salted by the process with the salt for the last couple hours, hour and a half, whatever. So I'm going to put the top on here, put the probe in, let these things go, and then I'll be right back and show you this before it goes into the air fryer. All right, we're back here, and you can see we have our piece of lamb here. The peppered side is down. It's oiled on both sides, and I'm going to put this in my air fryer, and I'm going to bake it with the red side down for 15 minutes. And this one isn't super thick. I'm going to then flip it and air fry it for about 5 minutes after it bakes. And then I'll take the temperature, see where it's at. I like it to be around 145, 150 in the middle. And as you can see, the air fryer's got the time on there, 15 minutes at 425. Funny story about this air fryer. I had a previous air fryer, and I cooked everything at 395, worked great. When I got this one, I put stuff in at 395, and it was undercooked. So I don't know if the last one had a problem or this one, I don't know, but I cook everything pretty much at 425, and it seems to go pretty well. This is a Ninja oven style air fryer. So that's what we're going to do here, and the next time you see it, it will be ready to eat. Okay, family, we are back. Here's our wonderful leg of lamb that is so wonderful. It's been out for about maybe 5 or 6 minutes or so. Maybe, I don't know, something like that. And while that was cooking in the air fryer, I scrambled up a dozen eggs, and I divided them up equally. So there's 4 eggs in each one of these, and this will be my breakfast for the next few days. And I'm going to cut this up, and I'm going to eat a little bit of it, and I'm going to divide it up in the eggs, and I will show you that, because I can't hold this and cut at the same time. So I'll cut into it, all that, show it to you, then I'll put it in the dishes. So we'll be right back. All right, we are back, and you can see this. I've cut this up into some pieces here. You can see it is pretty good. One note, I put it in for 15 minutes on down, as you saw when I put it in. I took it out after 5 minutes. I took it out after 15 minutes, flipped it, air fried it for 5 minutes, put the thermometer in it, and it wasn't ready, so I actually put it back in there for another 6 minutes, and it was about right. So the total time was 26 minutes for this, 15 plus 5 plus 6. And so there you have it. You can see it, and I'm going to take one of these little pieces here. Let's kind of, I'll try this one. I'll put this one in here. All right, here we have 3 portioned out breakfast for me. We got some lamb and eggs, and I'll have this for breakfast for the next few days. And maybe a snack. I don't know. One of them will be breakfast for sure. No telling. The other 2 could be anything. And one quick note too. It was just a touch salty for my taste. Now my taste buds are a little sensitive. I don't like salty, so I might have got too much salt in the fat, but it's still good. Just a slightly salty. My dad would love it because he salts down everything. It's perfect for him. But in any event, we will pick up the video when the other ones are ready out of the slow cooker. Okay, we're back and we've taken these out of the slow cooker. There they are, our 2 wonderful pieces of lamb. And I'm going to cut these up, cut into them so you can see them. They've been sitting out here for about 5 minutes. So I'm going to cut into them so you can see them. And again, I can't hold this and cut at the same time, so we'll be right back. All right, here we go. As you can see, I have cut into this lamb. You can see it's pretty good, depends on how you like it. I don't know why this came out just a little done a little bit more than I like. I don't know, maybe I didn't have the probe in the right spot. Certainly not bad. I did have a couple of pieces. It is good, but it's done just a little bit more. I like it a little pinker in the middle. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a cook. I don't know what I'm doing. So in any event, this is what it looks like. I'm cut up these pieces, and I'm going to. This is a big piece. I'm just running out of space here. I'm going to cut that up into a couple smaller pieces and put that away. And I will have this for dinner over the next few days with maybe some egg salad, or I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Maybe not just by itself. I don't know. I will turn this off, and then I will pop on and say a few words, and then this video will be over. All right, well, there you have it. My first cooking video, if you want to call it that. I hope you liked it. I hope it's what you were looking for. As I said a million times before, I am a terrible cook. I can't make anything but reservations. I can make a mess, and I can make a plate maybe. But listen, I know you can do it way better than me. Don't even send me a message. Don't even try. I don't like cooking. I don't even like the kitchen. So you're wasting your time with that. I just do enough to keep myself alive. And shout out to all my keto cuties, my lovely low-carb ladies. If anyone out there wants to save me from myself and you could do a better job, hey, let's put it together. I will eat whatever you cook. Trust me, it's better than anything I can make. So anyway, another quick note. It was about 3 hours, I think, if I remember right, for that. The last in the slow cooker. So you can cook it longer if you want. You can cook it shorter if you want. I normally cook it a little shorter because normally it's a little more pink. But again, I put the probe in, put it to 150, and I could have done something wrong, but it usually comes out a little bit more pink on the inside. But it is good. It tastes good. I'll enjoy it. And now you know what I'll be doing the next couple of days. So anyway, as always, I want to give you a word of encouragement. Hang in there. If you're struggling, going through something, keep moving, grooving, steadily improving. If you fall down, don't worry about it. Get up, dust yourself off, keep going. All right? Don't worry about any of that stuff. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery. Worry about today, being the best you can be today. Tomorrow will take care of itself. All right? So, I am going to wish you all the best, as I do every time. And I will see you on the next one.